Welcome to Love and Forever Evolving, where we are always and forever evolving. Hello, my loves. Grand evening, grand rising, wherever you are on this beautiful planet. I hope all has been well. Shout out to the beautiful soul family. Thank you all so much for your love and support. We are back for another live stream for Love Live Stream Questions. All right. If you have a question, as follows, all details are down below in the description box. Once we confirm your payment with Cash App or PayPal payments, then I will move forward and be happy to answer your question. All right. If you're just coming in to say hello, grand evening, grand rising, wherever you are, definitely be sure to smash that like button. And thank you for your love and support. Hi, Rihanna. How are you, goddess? Grand evening. Oh, that's glad. I'm glad you're doing better, love. That's good news. Oh, I'm doing well. Just getting everything situated around the house. Preparing for the week, as always. Thank you for asking. Oh, my pleasure. You're welcome. No, any time. No problem. Yes, no problem. Thank you for your support here, Rihanna. I appreciate you. We both do the best we can do, right? That's all you can do is your best. So as long as you're doing that, you are evolving. If you're doing nothing at all, then you get no results. Ashe. But I ain't gonna be on here preaching all night tonight, that's for sure. I gotta say that for another day. Well, Patreon, I have to remind myself to I need to keep it limited here on this platform. This is a free platform, and I put a lot of my energy and work into all of my platforms, but I have to know myself how to balance out each one of these platforms that I'm on. Yes, honey. So, I definitely will be limiting my responses on a lot of things here to keep it going, to keep it moving forward. Let me see. This is what the retrograde is allowing us to do. Put a lot of to move forward and make sure that we are revising, reflecting, getting stuff together, tidying up our schedules. So once the planets move forward, we will be in alignment with our manifestations. I forgot to do that. Let's see. Okay, for today. So I already did. Yes. Let's see. You said I'm at work. Taking my break. Okay, you say you're taking your braids out. Okay, multitasking. Okay, I'll definitely confirm that with you for your question, Rihanna. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right. You said my crown needs to breathe. Yes. It's going to feel so good once it does. Oh, you said my crown. Okay, it does not. It does now. And I'm not even. I know. So just imagine once it's all out. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be a good feeling. You're gonna be able to feel all the air hit your scalp. That part. I don't see you say you okay. I confirmed to see your payment here, but I don't see it showing up just yet, Rihanna. Let me refresh my give me 1 second. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I bet it'd be nice, Rihanna. Oh no, you're fine. Yes, we definitely gotta let our hair and our crown breathe. Speaking of that, let me cover mine up. While I'm talking about, while you mentioned about people crowns, let me cover mine up and get my scarf here. All right, guardian angels, infinite creator that lives within me. Protect my space and aura as I tap into the divine for the insight here for Rihanna today. Protect my space and aura as I do so. From any low frequency, vibration, or entity that may come amongst us in this reading at this time. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Oh man, you said it took your edges out. Yeah, they seem to do that. You got to make sure to have them, or try as much as possible to keep them moisturized. Because the minute your scalp gets dry, it starts breaking out. That's with braids, locks, any of that. All right. So I'm sorry. What was your question? Okay, you said just about my spiritual journey. My family has me feeling like I'm on the wrong path. All right, let's see what we have here for you. Let's see what your angels have to say about what path that you should be on. At the end of the day, your spirit, your intuition is the only feeling that's going to tell you what path that you need to be on and what path you don't need to be on. You know what I'm saying? And that's me being a parent myself. At the end of the day, you, your family, they all have their own path that they have to walk. Now, if you choose to get assistance through other programs that are being initiated on this earth, that's your business. But at the end of the day, you know within your intuition and in your heart on what your path is, rather if they agree to it or not. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. At the end of the day. So let's see. Let's see. Cash App or PayPal questions. There are no free questions on this live stream. team. Let's see what we have here. Let me go ahead and delete y'all. Boom. Boom. Then let's go ahead and knock that out the park. Spirit, what do we have here? What do we have for Rihanna? We're first going to tap into the heart chakra oracle deck here to see what messages your spirit guides and your spirit, your higher self, and your lower self have to say. What do you need to know? Let's see what's going on in your heart space that needs to be rectified here. So this could help get to the root cause of what's going on in your life right now and what you are experiencing, so it can help make sense to you at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, it's all about you. You come here on this earth to evolve and be a better version of yourself. You're only supposed to be here to help heal and raise the frequency and vibration of this planet. That's it. Damn everything else. Everything else will come on your path and journey when it's necessary for it. Most of these things that we accept in our life is because of the choices that we make, and it causes us to get off of our own path. And the struggle and the challenge is trying to get yourself back on the right path. So what does Rihanna need to know when it comes to her heart space at this time to get her back on the right path? Spirit team, guardian angels, ancestors. What is her lesson here? What can she take away from this question here today to get her on the right path? Thank you. Giving and receiving. Number 6. And then we have coming together. Okay, so learning how to give and receive, right? Giving, even exchange energy, finding out and learning who. It's funny because we just talked about this earlier on Patreon, Rihanna. Learning who is for you and who is not for you. Learning who is in your circle and your environment that has good intentions towards you, and learning who does not have good intentions towards you. So you can weed out the ones that are in the way or that is distracting you from your spiritual path and journey. Because one thing about a spiritual journey, that it's your own journey that you will be on by yourself. And that is the most biggest struggle for people on this earth. When you tell someone that they have to do something alone, they're going to quickly run away from that and go follow the crowd. It takes a real one to stand up in their own power to go towards their higher self. Okay? So, learning now on your spiritual path, you're going to learn and you're going to see who has been there for you this whole entire time and who hasn't, you know. And that's the beauty of your spiritual journey, because it allows you to remove people in your life that is not for your highest good. And that's the first experience that you're going to come across. The first experience, because when I think about this now, coming from years ago, starting out on my spiritual journey, which makes sense. This is the first thing that does need to happen. It's like a purge. You have to purge the people that has been in your life that has been draining you, overwhelming you, and having bad intentions towards you. So that by itself helps the weight to be lighter. You know what I'm saying? It helps you to evolve and get to more of a higher frequency, because you don't have people holding you down, you know. So it only makes sense for the people to fall off that has been around you, who you thought was your family, who you thought was your friend, who you thought was in your corner, who you thought had your back. They gotta go. And it's gonna be a handful of them. It ain't gonna be just one or two. It's gonna be a handful of them that you maybe thought was in your corner that is not. And when that happens, you will be able to have more opportunities to come towards you, because you be done made space for new. You be surprised on who we let stay in our energy for so long that has overstayed their stay. And the more that you evolve, the more that you're going to rather have a small circle. You're going to see the importance of that. And you can't connect with spirit when you have so many people in your ear, or telling you to go this way, or I think you should go that way. I don't think you should do that. I think you should do this over here. No, how about you try this over here? No, try this over here. And this, you know, that alone right there is draining. And that automatically gets you way off course of what your intuition has been trying to tell you to do the whole entire time. Because the thing is, we're going to always have that feeling in us on what is right or what doesn't feel right and what does feel right. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we can't be like, oh, well, I didn't know. No, you knew to some extent. If your ass is breathing, then you know. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what else here. Where's my other cards? The red flags are always there. We just choose to not see them sometimes. So what is Rihanna's lesson here for this remaining year when it comes to her spiritual path and journey? Yeah, it's gonna hurt, you know. Trust me. There's pain before there's pleasure. You better believe it. But anything you go through is gonna be pain. You know what I'm saying? When you think about it, birthing a child is pain before it's pleasure, before it's a beautiful newborn child. You're gonna go through pain and contractions. I don't know. Sometimes we're getting our hair done. Sometimes that shit hurt. But once we done with it, you can't tell us nothing. when you're taking a test, when you're having to study. It could be frustrating. It could be stressful. It could be overwhelming. But once you take the test and you pass, it's a beautiful feeling. There's always some type of cause and effect, or pain and pleasure, sadness and a rainbow, rain and then sunshine. You know what I'm saying? Everything has that that duality, that up and down and up, inside and out. You know, ain't nothing gonna be cupcakes and rainbow walk. And if it is, then you cheating. You're cheating throughout life. You're trying to take the shortcut. You're trying to do a little shortcut rap, which ain't gonna do nothing but allow a person to end up right back where they started. Which is why we call that reincarnation. Success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. So this is your lesson here for the remaining year of 2024 as according to Gregorian's calendar. Is I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Because love is the most highest frequency vibration that there is. And if you definitely want to get to success in this time frame that we're in right now, it's going to take you to know that love is the greater goal. Because being upset is not going to get you there. Being frustrated is not going to get you there. It's just going to hold you back. It's going to distract you. It's going to keep you on your emotions. And it's definitely something that you have to learn on your spiritual path and journey. And I'm not saying it's easy. This is why only a selective few is chosen. Is why you hear people, which some people put that chosen phase or phrase, they put too much emphasis on the chosen ones. Anybody that keep talking about the chosen ones, I kind of have to get off of their platform. I kind of got to pull my energy back, because it's sort of now I notice in the spiritual community, it's becoming more egotistic. It's reaching a little bit too high up there. And the more you evolve, the more that you're going to find that things are connected. The minute that you start separating yourself or saying, oh, only the chosen this, only the chosen that, you're separating. The more higher frequency that you tap in, when you go to the 5, the 6, the 7, 8, 9D, you're going to notice that everything is connected. It ain't a such thing as fucking red pill and blue pill. Everything is connected. So when you understand that, things will start making more sense. But everybody's spiritual journey is different, Rihanna. And people make it more than what it is, but it's your walk. So your journey is going to be different from my journey, right? Because what you are here to do and what your assignment is and what your purpose is totally different from mine. So this is why it's very important to be in tune with yourself. Because if you're not in tune with yourself, then anybody can lead you astray. Anybody can come make you sign up for their program and follow their path. And then we find ourselves investing in other people and being back at square one, having to start all over again. That's in relationships, that's in friendships, that's within working environments. You go to one job, you realize that job is not for you, then you go to the next job. We can save so much time when we look and check ourselves first The more you get to know yourself, the more you tap into yourself, the more your spiritual path and walk becomes more enlightening. I'm not going to say easier, I'm going to say more enlightening. Because the one thing that you have to master on this earth is you. You can't master anything else on this earth until you master you, your soul. I'm not talking about your meat suit. I'm not talking about going to exercise in the gym. I'm not talking about mastering meditation. I'm talking about mastering that soul. Right? Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I can't change. This is a big one for you, Rihanna. Accepting the fact that your family, your friends, your people that's in your circle, if they can't accept you, then don't look forward to accepting them. One thing we don't have to do is accept each other, but what we can do is respect each other's beliefs. You got your own spiritual beliefs. I have my own spiritual beliefs. You stay on your side with yours, and I'm going to stay on my side with mine. But the minute that people start stepping over boundaries and trying to tell you about your own spiritual belief, and then once you give them a opinion about theirs and they pop off on you, you don't need to be around them anymore. Because how is it that you can listen respectfully of someone else's opinion about your own spiritual path and walk, but when it comes to you giving your advice or your opinion or your suggestions, then if someone pops off on you or tell you, oh, that's this, that's that, I don't believe in it, you need to let them go. You need to let them go. I don't care if they your parents, your friends, your kids. I don't give a shit. That's my opinion. That's my facts. You don't even have to take my opinion. If it ain't sitting right in your spirit and your aura, then don't even take my advice. Real shit. Now that's coming from somebody real. Because there's so many people that want to persuade you to say, oh no, I think you should do this. I think it's best for you to do it this way. You know? Run from people like that. I think one of the best things that I could have done was step up and take my own path. Stand up for myself was the best decision that I could have ever made in my entire life. And standing in my own beliefs and my own morals, respectfully of others. And I now own that shit. And I'm proud to say I do. You know what I'm saying? And that's how everyone should be in their walk. And when you're in that walk, you can be able to understand and connect with everyone else and understand and see how we are all connected. But when we're too much pointing the finger at everybody, blaming others for what they're doing because they're not doing what I'm doing, worrying about what other people do, how they did what they did, worrying about being in competition, people like that will never be successful. They won't even know what successful feels like. Facts. You said one thing about me, I always tend to do what I want to do, but I guess that's called being hard-headed. Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's you needing to do what you need to do, not what you want to do. Because sometimes just in that alone, when we say, well, I'm going to do what I want to do, by us growing up, we could kind of see where that got us. Because I can vouch for that myself. but instead replacing want with need. Just like when you go to the store. Because I sure got this bad. I be having to go into that store. Before I look at anything, I have to say, okay, what do you need and what do you want? Before I go check out, I look through my basket. Okay, what in this basket that I need first? What are all the things in my basket that I need and not what I want? So then I can be able to go through stuff and realize, you know what? I didn't even need that. That was something that I wanted. So it's easy for me to take those things out of my basket. The same thing with your life. Look around you and see who is in my life that I don't need to be in my life. What is in my space that I need but I don't, that I want instead? You know what I'm saying? That makes it so much easier. It makes you be able to understand things much clearer when you do it in that perspective. Sorry about that. You say she asked me why I wouldn't vote, but why do I have to answer that? You don't have to answer that. You don't have to answer that until you're ready to answer that. You don't have to. You don't have to explain. I don't. And see, it's all a program. That is a program. That's a program. We have to relearn. We have to unlearn so we can learn. Everything nowadays is backwards, it's upside down, it's reversal. Okay? That's a whole, and until you're ready, Rihanna, I would say that until you're ready, because if you have your reasons of why you don't vote, then tell her that. Say, this is the reason why I feel like it's not important for me to vote. That's it. She could either agree to that or she don't have to agree to that. What else can she do? They're not gonna do nothing but tell you your opinion. Well, this is why I feel like you should vote, and this is why I feel like you shouldn't vote. We either agree to disagree, or we just don't at all. Because at the end of the day, people that's always used to following the program, they gonna be quick to try to challenge you. I like a challenge. You know what I'm saying? I live for that shit. It thrives me. So I be ready for shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so many people that's used to the same answers, or so when someone quickly does something that, you know what I'm saying, that they wasn't expecting, then they become curious, right? So you can either enlighten them, or they could be someone who will disagree. It's one or the other. Either they get enlightened by the knowledge and by you giving your reasons behind it, and it may even trigger them to think. You might open up somebody's perspective to look at things totally different just by giving your reason on why you simply don't vote. Because the first thing a person to think is, oh, yeah, she crazy. She don't know what she's talking about. And of course they're gonna think that way because they were raised themselves to vote. They were in that program. They were brought up and raised to vote. Yeah, I get it. Some of our ancestors fought to do that for their rights on this planet. So I understand that. But when you find out the truth behind that, you got your right to vote like anybody else got their right to vote. You got your right to do your research just like everybody else got their right to research. Voting is volunteer. Voting is not something that you are required to do. And people be like, oh, well, your ancestors fought for you to do that. Okay. And I appreciate them for that. But at the same time, they didn't have the knowledge. See, I have the knowledge now to know what's going on with that. It's called read. Read what you signing up for before you just sign your life away. It's already bad enough that we done signed over through birth certificates and shit, you know what I'm saying, into this corporation. You know what I'm saying? And people probably looking at me, listening to me now like, what the fuck is she? Go do your research. So you can be prepared when people ask you questions like this. But at the end of the day, you don't have to explain anything to anybody. As long as you continue onto your path, what don't have to be explained is already understood in you and your spirit. As long as your spirit and your higher self, your lower self knows what's going on and you know what path that you're supposed to be on and you know who you are, you don't have to explain to nobody why you're choosing not to vote. And the more you be on this path, the more peace. I'm telling you, I have not had so much peace in my life until I got on this journey, until I got on my journey. Like, I wouldn't have it any other way. Like I always say, it's heaven on earth for me, honey. That's what type of peace of mind I have. And the beauty of that, won't nobody be able to take it away because it's your spiritual path. It's your journey and only you can walk it. No one else cannot walk in your shoes and you can't walk in nobody else's shoes. And that is also the beauty of it. Whatever powers, gifts that you have is yours and yours to keep. And people can try to mimic it all they want, but they could never have it because it's yours. You are a spiritual being having a human being experience. That is it. Anything else comes with that, that's by your choice. Whatever you choose to do on this land, that's what you choose to do on this earth until your time is up. Me, I'm not wasting my time on this planet ever again, okay? I have gotten my ducks in a row. If I had to exit today, I will be ready. Real, and that's just how deep I am in the shit. I've done my spiritual work. You know what I'm saying? And this is the same energy that everybody should be walking in or being taught or being raised up on. That's why I say everybody ain't made for this. Everybody ain't built, unfortunately. But we are beacons to help others that would like to be enlightened to raise their own frequency and vibration. Everybody has their own vibration and what resonates and matches for them. People got to learn how to mind their own business and stay in your lane. If you don't like it, go to somebody else's frequency vibration. Go to another channel. Go work at another job. Go to another school. Nobody should make you feel bad. See, when somebody make you feel bad, they already winning. You don't already let them, Rihanna, have your power. If somebody made you feel bad, that means they already won. You already gave them over your power. Even when I have disagreements with people, that's how I know how much I have evolved, because things don't get to me anymore. I say what I need to say, I rectify the situation, and I move on. I don't sit on the energy. I don't let the energy upset me. I intentionally set the intention to get the energy up off me, and I go by my business. You are what you think, you are what you eat, you allow what you allow in your energy. When someone makes you bad about choosing you, you need to start looking at, what are all the benefits for me choosing this path? What am I getting out of this? If you need to reflect, to say those things to remind you of who you are and where you came from, so they don't allow you to feel bad, you know what I'm saying? That needs to be the first thing you think of. Give me 1 second. Okay, my apologies, Rihanna. He said, but making me feel like bad. My higher self got me. No, your lower self. Your lower self got mad. Okay, so let's move on. Let's see what angel messages we have here. Oh, shit. The strength card. Great inner strength. Release. Harsh judgment. And this is the perfect card. The perfect card for what we've discussed here today. Release harsh judgment. Meaning the people who have been judging you, that don't have the right to judge you. Rather if it's your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your cousin, the pastor, your boss, your dog, whoever. Don't nobody have the right to judge nobody else but themselves. So this is what your angels is requesting for you to do. Release them. Let them go because they don't serve you. It's just like holding on old baggages and weight that don't need to be held on to. Because basically what you're doing is you're holding on the thoughts and you're holding on to the opinions of others that have towards you. That's not serving you any good. If they're not helping you to evolve, then let them go. Especially if these feelings or these people opinions is hurting you. Why hold on to them? Let them go. You got to start learning how to not give a fuck. Real shit. You got to start learning how to not giving a care about what other people think. Everybody got their right to their opinion, but that don't mean that you have to stick that on to you. And if a person don't want to respect your spiritual walk, then don't even, like I said, don't waste your time explaining to them why you don't do what it is that you do. It's like pointless of explaining to somebody the reasons why you do this or why you don't do this. Forgiveness and compassion. That's it. Because what I have to do is I have to remind myself that this person don't know no better. They ignorant to their own selves. So I'm not finna waste my time and explain something to somebody that doesn't have the knowledge or their own power to know within themselves. Stuff like that gives me a peace of mind and I move right on forward. As simple as that may sound, but I can say that now because my journey is a little farther than yours, right? This is new to you. You know, the first thing when it comes to spiritual awakenings is you're going to be doing a lot of purging, a lot of purging, a lot of getting things off of you, detoxing a lot, okay? People, places, and things. Come on through. The Ace of Swords, the truth. Brilliant new ideals and inspirations. And that's also what comes along with it. The only part of the spiritual path that people struggle with is being alone. You can't listen to AKA the God in you if you got people around you, distractions, things going on that you can't focus. Your spirit sits in totally silence. And if you got all this going on around you, you got music playing every day, you got stuff on the TV every day, you listening to stuff on your phone every day, and you're not finding time to sit with your spirit, to sit with yourself, you're gonna be lost. It's gonna be like pointless of even taking a spiritual path and journey. This is why everybody ain't made for it. They can't handle it. It got too many self-awareness things to do. Everybody is so used to being told what to do that some people need guidance. You gotta tell them what to do. And that's the part that they have to learn. That's why they here in the first place, because you have to learn how to do things on your own. Okay? A challenging beginning. I can't make it up. I just said that. A challenging beginning. It's going to be a challenge for you at first. You know? I get reminded every day of why I'm doing what I'm doing. And why it all makes sense. And why I never fitted in the crowd. Or why I was always the black sheep of my family. It always made sense. You know? So let's get you some word advice. We got there is something better. I can't make it up. Come through, Spirit. The path that you're on, the direction that people are trying to guide you to go into, is something better than that. There is better than voting. Okay? There is so much better things to be accomplishing within your spiritual path and journey than to be voting. I could spend a 8-hour video on the reasons of why to vote and why you should not vote. You know what I'm saying? But that's that whatever they say, here or they, nay or they say, whatever the hell. I don't know. Like, you know, a lot of people are sleepwalking. This is a dream. America's dream. And most other people are literally sleepwalking. You got the ones that are woke and you got the ones that are sleepwalking. It just is what it is. Those who have eyes can see and those who have ears can hear. The planet is already, unfortunately, separating itself. What other word advice? Thank you. Compromise. You're going to have to compromise with your spirit. And I'm not going to say compromise with people who disagree with you. The only way you can compromise with anything outside of you is you have to compromise with what you're feeling in the inside. And you need to ask yourself, am I made for this walk? Can I do this? Am I able to compromise with myself? Am I able to be honest with myself? Am I able to accept who I am? Am I able to fight for my own beliefs? Am I able to stand up and fight for myself? That's compromising with yourself. Are you able to do this? You know the concept, Rihanna. You seen the movie Matrix. You seen how people was plugged in. You see the people that was unplugged. Because, like, for me, I can tell who's spiritually tapped in with themselves, and I can tell who spiritually ain't tapped in with themselves, but that don't be my business. I'm just grateful that I have the awareness to see that and to know. Because by me being able to see that, I can know how I need to maneuverate around you. That let me know how I need to approach you and how I don't need to approach you and how I know when to move around and not have my time wasted when I know what frequency and vibration you're on. It's like, man, it comes with so many benefits. It's a beautiful experience. I can only just tell you from my experience, you know what I'm saying? Some people have to have, like I say, somebody to tell them what to do, how to do it, when to wake up, when to go to bed, what day this is, what made up holiday this is. This is this month because it says that it's this month, because this man made up and said that this is January, so this is gonna be January, and because this is December, we gonna say that this is December, so I'm gonna go by this bit. No, I'm not that type of person. I'm gonna need more explanation, you know. I've always been like that in the back of my mind. I just didn't never know how to approach that. Because I was just like you know, not concerned on how people gonna look or view me as a person, you know, but it's baby steps to the spiritual path. The more you get deeper into it, the more you'll start waking up to the truth, and the more easier the journey will come, because the more knowledge that you understand and wisdom that you gain. Yeah. Yeah. Your spirit guides want you to communicate clearly. If you need to, you know, communicate clearly to these folks. You never know what type of perspective that you can give someone when you speak your truth. You may just enlighten people that are against you. You never know. You won't know until you speak up for yourself. Because once you do that, then you'll know what category to place them in and where they need to be at in your life. But if you don't communicate clearly, if you don't compromise, then you won't be able to recognize what's better for you and what's not. And then you won't know how to be around the people that's willingly to give and receive. Because when we're so busy worried about what other people feel or how other people, if you allow these people to make you feel hurt, then you're going to be hurt. Then you're not going to be able to put yourself, come on, spirit, you're not going to be able to put yourself around people that are willingly to understand you, that are willingly to give, and not always taking from you. You know? But that is what I have for you, Rihanna. I hope that helps you to get a better understanding of your question. And no, there is no wrong or right when it comes to your spiritual path. It's a discovery. It's what you discover and what you make of it. As long as you ain't in these folks' program, you are on the right path. The minute that we allow programs to distract us and rule our lives, then you're on the wrong path. Excuse me, let me reinstate that. When there is no balance and when there is no structure, then you're on the wrong path. If you know how to balance your spiritual experience versus the 3D experience, then you're on the wrong path. Everything needs a balance. Just don't overindulge yourself in people, places, and situations that is going to throw you off your path. It's that simple. Don't allow it to be more difficult than that. Just learn how to balance your spiritual experience from your human being experience. Because when you leave this earth, your home is your aura, is your spirit. This body is only temporarily. So this is why it's important that you got to know how to balance this vessel versus your spirit. Because the spirit is infinite. The vessel is temporarily. And why would somebody want to focus more on something that's only temporarily rather than doing the spiritual work and evolving your orb and your spirit, because it's everlasting? Why would I want to waste all my time in the material realm with something that I know that can't go with me? That's a waste of time and a waste of an investment. And when you leave, you will remember. You will remember. You will remember. That's why we have deja vus. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to stop myself in those tracks right there. Oh, my pleasure. You're welcome, Rihanna. It is always a pleasure to help. Hi, Claudia. Hi, Aaron. Aaron. You said, I love how you break everything down. Oh, no problem. I try to break it down as good enough for a 3-year-old to understand. Literally. I try to break it down all the way where a 3 to 5-year-old can understand what I'm saying. Not to say that that's the level of frequency you're on, but, you know, because there's so many labels and so many made up situations and circumstances nowadays on this planet that it got everybody hiding from the truth and running from the truth and running from their own self, their own spirit. People be so soulless, they don't even know what is their intuition and what isn't, you know, what their intuition is and what's not their intuition. People don't even know that. Some people don't even know what that feel like or what that is or why they feel that way. And we're not judging. Far from it. I had to learn all this on my own. This is not something that my parents taught me. This is something that I had to go through our life and experience for myself. I am very appreciative of my family and my parents' guidance. But when it comes to this spiritual path and journey, oh no, this is all me right here. This is all me. Shit, I'm gonna take the rap for that because I did the spiritual work. Not my family, not my parents, not my lovers. Okay? Me. Goddamn me. I was here doing the spiritual work for myself. You better believe that. I choose my battles. Are you worth, you know, you got to ask yourself, is this worth me even explaining myself to? Or are you worth me explaining and wasting my time for? It took me a long time to get, you know, because with me being a fire sign, I'd be ready to pop off. I have to learn how to choose my battles. Is this worth me allowing myself to get in this person's frequency vibration that's way lower than mine? It ain't worth it. It saved you so much time, so much health and peace. Honey, look. I will let a person have the laugh. They can have the laugh. The last laugh. They can have whatever. As long as I have my peace of mind and I know myself, listen here, you can have it. Keep it. Yeah. Keep it, honey. Keep it over there, honey. That's what you gotta tell folks. Hey, you got it. You got it. You won. You got it. Go ahead. You got it. Good luck with that. You said I have filtered different ever since. I felt different ever since I've been on this planet. I could always see spirits. Yes, girl, you better walk into that. So I definitely feel like I'm a spiritual being, and I'm going to have to break away from people that is not. Yeah, you're going to be so much more at peace when you do. Because people that don't recognize their own spirit, they're not going to do nothing but hold you back. Because they too busy looking outside of themselves. So their soul is already lost because they're lost. So imagine running around being blind, literally, and you can't see anything, and you're a lost soul. What is somebody with a lost soul gonna do for you? But frustrate you, cause you to be thrown off balance. There's nothing benefit there for your spirit or your soul to evolve. They just gonna keep you in a loop. And you don't have to worry about don't be out there trying to look for a group. Don't be trying to look for yourself. When you look for yourself, when you find yourself, you will find your soul tribe. You don't have to go out looking for your soul tribe. When you find yourself, when you go within yourself, when you read, when you do your self-care, your healing, when you do all of those spiritual practices for yourself, whatever that may be for you, because it's different for everybody. Need different tools to fix themselves. And once you do that, the minute you look up, you're going to have all type of people around you that resonates with you. I have so many people around me now that resonates with me. It's ridiculous. I'll be like, damn, why didn't I do this a long time ago? You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't meant to be at that time. I had to still learn and evolve from the stuff that I was already in, you know? You can tell. One thing I've learned, I could tell the difference from a healthy relationship from a toxic relationship. That's for sure. Because that person going to be just like you in so many ways. Bye-bye. Well, that is my time. Let me make sure there's no more questions here before I head out. You said I got some stuff from the African store today, so I'll ship it out by at least Friday. Okay, thank you so much, Rihanna. I appreciate you. And I'm going to be sure to open it during when we have our next live stream, our private live stream on Patreon. I will be sure to save it and open it on the live stream for Patreon, so you can see it and we can talk about it, and you can see my face expressions. Okay, I will definitely keep it until we go live so that way you can see me open up the gifts. Okay, it's nothing like seeing someone's face expressions when you give them a gift, you know. Yes, I got you, love. I got your back. All right, let me double check to make sure that there's no more questions. All right, so there's no more questions. I'm going to go ahead and close out the live stream here. Hi, Golden. Welcome. You said you're going to be shy. Yeah, I like to save my gifts and open them from the person that, got it for me. I like to open it when they are around. That's what I prefer, but, you know, different strokes for different folks. Oh. Never give. Okay, switch to engines. You said, well, why you want me to get them goddess, or do you got it? Well, what happened? I missed it. What happened? What? Who? What you talking about, Rihanna? Oh, today is just golden. Today is live stream questions. You said that was so weird this morning how you were singing the song I was listening to. Wow, yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy how you said that. I can't believe. Look, the universe works in mysterious ways. That I'm sure that wasn't by accident that I was singing the same song that was playing on your radio at the same time. Every day I am confirmed more and more and more. People be saying, thinking that I'm crazy. No, I'm not. Don't know songs randomly come in my head for no reason. Okay? Everything has a reason. Better believe it. That's why I don't never hold back. If I hear something consciously, I take heed to it. You know. Girl. Like Genuine, so anxious. Oh my goodness, that was a good stretch. Okay. I'm about to head out, loves. I will see you all in the rising for Waking Tarot. Thank you all for the ones that listened in today. Thank you for your time here as well and sharing your time with me. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you choose to be here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. I'm about to head out. And I'll talk to you guys for Waking Tarot in the Rising. All right? I love you. And see you later, Rihanna. You have a great evening, love. Yes, I'll see you in the Rising. Mwah. Bye-bye.